I got a text message from a guy yesterday that said Solana will pass Bitcoin and Ethereum on this bull run. And I said, I don't think that's going to happen, but I will give you my price prediction on Solana. Let's dive into the video. So Bitcoin is not being passed by Solana. Let's just get that out the way right now. But I think Solana has a great future because of the partnerships, because of the blockchain, because of the transactions per second. We're going to dive into all of that in this video. And you can just see that Solana, I think, is thinking a little bit outside the box, right? Creating partnerships with people and companies like Shopify. You know, Solana Pay is now available to millions of businesses because of that integration through USDC. We're going to look on chain. I think games, right, because of the blockchain and it's not so expensive with gas fees, I think it is getting attention. You know, NFTs, RIP, but there was a lot of attention there. I think DeFi has a future on Solana. And today Solana is trading at $238, sitting at a market cap at about $130 billion, where you have Ethereum with about 4 times as much money. You know, can Solana get to that type of market cap, which would put token price closer to that $800 to $1,000 coin? I think that is very possible. I'll give you some of my price predictions in just a moment. Now, when you look on chain right now, at this very moment, Solana is doing 3,200 transactions a second. In my videos in the YouTube, I have a comparison of ETH and Solana. Go watch that. But Ethereum is doing between 7 and 15. So I think Solana is the blockchain to scale. Now, the future of finance will be built on ETH. But I think things like this, you know, the Solana Mobile, which is a subsidiary company, right? They have the Solana phone. I think things like this do bring more attention to a project, to a cryptocurrency that actually does have a total supply, okay? Max supply infinite, total supply 600 million, trading volume really, really good. And when it was down, okay, when it was down in 2022, 2023, there's tons of videos online of me going over entries and stuff down there. But we started to see the DeFi start to pick up, right? I'm on DeFiLlama.com. Currently right now, Solana is at an all-time high in total value locked. But some of the things that you want to pay attention to is really that stable coin market cap, okay? Money is being minted on Solana over Ethereum. Why? Because USDC on Sol is a better stable coin to be sitting in than USDC on ETH if you're trying to get in and out of a lot of transactions, just simply due to the Ethereum network and gas fees. We can see here, Solana's ecosystem, it's not even close compared to ETH. But when you talk about speculation, this looks like an ETH ecosystem in 2021, 2020, 2021 before the big boom. You see here, Jito is at 3.5 billion, 3.4 billion, 3.2 billion. If we were to compare that to the Ethereum top 3, okay, it's not even close. 38, 35, 19, 14, 30, it's not even close. But isn't that what you want? Don't you want to buy assets before they go higher in price? Now, I am not telling you to buy Solana here today. It is at $237 as we record this. But I want to let you know something. When you see these types of charts, assets that are down that much, that is a time to be paying attention to. We were in heavy accumulation down here for several reasons, but we were in heavy accumulation down there because of the hatred toward the blockchain. You know, whenever they attack something, the SEC actually put out a list of securities, and Solana was on that list. You know, it's not a security. XRP has given us the blueprint here, but looking at price today, where can this go? Okay, I do think Solana on this current run takes out these highs. Okay, all-time high is at 295. I think that's very, very possible, probable, and I think it's happening soon. If the market were to pull back, where would you look to re-enter? That would be my re-entry zone. I don't even think it happens, to be honest with you. If the market were to sell off with certain news like FOMC happening tomorrow, this video will come out after. Maybe we could see something in the 190s, and then we get something like that. Now, looking at price of where could we go, we are going to experience price discovery on Solana very, very soon here. Okay. Now, one thing that we can do, and we can do this off of really a couple different fibs, right? Some major fib levels, and that 50% never even, that 80% never even hit. That's how I knew the market was going to be very strong. But we could actually go down here, and we can go fib from this low to this high. Okay, so this low of January 24 to that all-time high. So basically, that's 1 year of time. Price came back exactly 88.6%. If you're one of my students, you know why we love that level. And then you have some extensions here that are really interesting. 700. If you know, you know. And that crazy extension at $2,309. I don't think 2,000 happens on this run, but if I were to guess, I would love to see, and my prediction is we do see, and this is going to be a larger zone, between a $400 to $600 Solana on this bull market, in this bull run. In the comments down below, give me your price predictions. I think Solana is going 450 plus on this run. That can change. I'll make a video if I think that's going to change. But based on the amount of time also that we went sideways, I would not be surprised if we saw $400 to $500 Solana very quickly. Look at all the sideways movement for literally over a year. And I think this next breakout is inevitable. And I think Solana is going $400 to $500 easily on this next run. Just make sure you take profits if you bought it under $100. See you soon.